FS22 video. We just ended that last live. If you watched that last live, we were talking about demolition of our friend's dealership here, and we're going to be rebuilding it upon demolition. Upon completing demolition, at least. And we also talked about how there's still equipment here that we have to get moved out, and a bunch of other work that we have to do before we can start demolition. But this episode will also feature the demolition of the fence. Once we demolish the fence and get ours up, then we're going to create another part, and then we'll go from there. So first off, let's get our personal vehicle parked. We're going to park it over in the grass to separate it from the construction equipment. Alright. So first, we're going to unload this mini excavator, which is what we're going to use to demolish the fence. However, we have a slight issue. Also, just an epilepsy warning here. There will be flashing lights in this episode. So, if you get triggered, just know as a warning, like, if that triggers any problems. We're probably not going to turn on that light yet. Okay, we got that set up to where... So the plan first, before we start demolishing the rest of this fence, is we have to get this mailbox down, and then we'll go around this way, all the way around to the back, come back around this way, and then demolish that last mailbox last. We probably need to go over here and grab that mulcher, because there are a couple trees. So we'll grab this mulcher here. This one's definitely going to be a long episode because we got a lot of fence to demolish. Oh, we got that. Alright, folks, let's get this truck off the property. This truck and trailer off the property. We gotta figure out how to get rid of that, too. And without further ado, we are ready to get demolition. Part 1 of the demolition underway, and that is move this equipment off the premises. So the smaller equipment, we're going to try to load a bunch at a time, so For now, we're just gonna park the smaller equipment over there. The main concern is getting all these, little vehicles out of the way. So you see all these air compressors and stuff around the area. These will get demolished by the Komatsu excavator. These are for electric cars right here too. So we're gonna demolish those. We'll also demolish that. Looks like we will need a semi though. To assist in the removal of this equipment. Got an old tractor here. Okay. Now we're gonna get all these doors open. Like that. As you can tell, we got a lot of buildings to tear down here. Oh, there's hay bales too. And there's that, so... I might have to get a fork for my wheel loader and drive that one over here a little early. We'll get one that specializes in lifting bales, though. This one will drive right out of here and across the street. Oh, we just hit our truck. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen, though. Doesn't look like it's that deep of a pond, by the way, so... Alright, so we'll come back and get that stuff. Alrighty, so there's a trailer in that one. That will assist in removing some of the stuff. This is a lot of buildings to bring down. Oh, we got logs over here. We can get the mulch over here, though. This is a tractor pull area. This is the only thing that will stay. Ooh, what's that down there? That might have... If that has a bale fork on it, we can remove the rest of that stuff, guys. This piece of equipment will be the only one to stay. And look what it has on it, folks. Alright, so this piece of equipment will stay. And again, the tractor pull area is staying as well. However, the rest of it's coming down. So the good news about leaving up the tractor pull area is we're not going to have to demo the entire fence. Just leading up to the point where the tractor pull is where we got a demo at. And then we'll be building a new fence around the area. Those logs we'll scoop up in the bucket of our loader. And we'll just move them over here to the tractor pull area. Again, we're going to build 2 major buildings, and then if he wants to call our construction company and have us build him more, then we can, but for now it's just going to be 2 major buildings going on the premises. And I want to see if I can lift this truck bed with this too to get that taken care of. Okay, it doesn't look like that's gonna work. Okay, well, we're gonna have to demolish this building with that in here, I guess. And then figure it out in a minute. This must be a piece of equipment he sells. And they just use it, to put these bales over here, so... That's it. Also, before we start demoing the fence in that mailbox, we'll go over the plan. This is the garage I got back at my house. Oh, he's got another scale back here too, so we'll have to demolish that. Everything but the tractor pull area is coming down. And while we're doing this, you're kind of getting a final walkthrough of the buildings here. This looks like it was a workshop. Unfinished workshop, unfortunately. It will be coming down. This over here is probably another place to sell stuff. Did a nice job stripping the places out. Well, we'll turn that off and we'll get out. We'll go outside. And when we get back, we'll start moving equipment around to get it off the property. But we're gonna have to get a semi too. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Welcome to the 2 viewers that just tuned in. The title pretty much says what we're doing. First, before we start anything, we gotta lease a semi. And we're just gonna lease, actually, you know what? We'll just lease this man right here. We gotta bring it out here to move the equipment off the property. That he has for sale, so that way we can start demoing the place. And we are starting with the fence, so once we get all the equipment off the property before we start tearing down the fence leading up to the tractor pull area, because that's the only place that's gonna stay, then we'll go over the plan of how we're gonna bring every building down and everything else that needs to come down. Now, obviously, you know, if you're playing this game, you can't obviously actually tear down the buildings with the construction equipment, but you know what? We're going to pretend. We're going to actually spend the time doing it, take a realistic amount of time, and then we'll just sell the building. And we'll sell the building. We're going to tear it down per building, obviously, so we're going to, after we're done tearing down one building, we'll sell it and then go to the next one. That's the plan. Alright, so let's get these first few pieces of equipment off, but first we can toss something on this trailer. We're probably going to toss this little Nissan pickup on there, because that is a pickup truck. That doesn't weigh very much. So let's get this loaded up. And doesn't look like that's going up there, folks. No worries, because that's what we got this lifted Jeep for. This should go up there. No, not even this will go up there. So this is what we're going to do to fix this. Oh, we don't want to sideswipe this truck here, so. Can we hook the Jeep up to it? We're gonna make this work, folks. Okay, you know what? Since it wants to be difficult, we're just gonna pull this trailer. I guess we can't load anything on it. Whoops. We don't have time to be monkey farting around trying to get trailers to work. We gotta get this equipment off the premises. So that way we can start working. As you can see over here, if you're new, we got our own little gas pumps here. And this is where we park our extra equipment. And when we're done with that equipment in there, we're going to park it over here too. But we got our trailer for the manager. This little plow here that matches the other one was in the dealership, so we went ahead and moved that. We got our 3 pickup trucks for our construction company, along with a small trailer for the mini excavator. We got that one back there, and this service truck right here actually has its own diesel tank, so we have that full, And basically, we will use that to fuel the equipment in here when it needs fuel. And then those little gas pumps there are for, those are for to fill up that truck so it can, in return, fill up the equipment. Actually, we gotta get that out so we can mark this tree right here. Huh. Not letting us mark that tree, guys. Alright, so we're gonna load all them little machines up on the semi-trailer here. We also gotta get that Kubota stuff over there. From the Kubota part of this place. I gotta go make sure all the doors are open on this. And we gotta get the equipment out of it. Don't want to demo it with the equipment in here. The small tractors will park over here with this stuff. Because this is stuff we still gotta get taken care of. Oh, there's water over here. I need to find the source where that's coming from. You don't want water on the property. Alright, this one we're just gonna drive across the street real quick. The bigger ones we're gonna drive across the street. Nice Kubota skid steer here. But we don't need it for what we came here to do. We have all the equipment we need. Oh yeah, this place is open, that's right, because you can't open those garage doors. Okay, this is the last machine we gotta move over here, and then we can get that stuff. And we'll get the rest of that little stuff, and then we'll do a brief rundown of how we're gonna go about everything, and then we'll get to demoing the fence. We're gonna start in the front, get that taken care of, and then we'll work our way around. Now, the mini excavator is kind of slow, so each time we want to move it somewhere else, we're going to toss it up on the trailer. But obviously, we're not going to do that for the front here. We'll just drive it down there. We got one more pickup truck over there to get, which again we're going to toss on the trailer because that one's kind of slow. Oh. Hashtag you guys didn't see that. Just like my favorite YouTuber Steve the Gamer 55 always says. Alright, let's get these unloaded off the trailer because we're going to need the trailer to load up all that equipment over there. We'll load up the little stuff first, then we'll get that pickup truck. Now the dirt area is only for my construction equipment. I did park that plow out back, but that will not be used for any of this stuff. Nice little pickup truck here. Alright, folks. We will drive through here, though, to get back to the property. Okay, maybe not. We kind of got stuck there for a minute. Alright, I want to see how much we can get loaded up here. Okay, I guess we won't be able to get that all the way up there. That shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. We're just gonna drive this one over there, because this one's kind of annoying. Alright, we're almost done with what part of the title says on this. We'll get these two golf carts first. I'm going to try to put them on there sideways. If I can, I doubt it though. Oh, it's not completely sideways, but I'm not gonna, I know definitely there's no way. Based off how narrow the trailer is. But if I angle it like that, oops. Dang it, we missed the ramp, guys. But what I'm saying is if we angle the golf carts, then we can fit more up here. That's going to be off the trailer a little bit, but trying to do what we're trying to do here. The more stuff we can fit this time, the less stuff we have to come back and get, so. Alright, I think this is pretty much gonna be it. Could probably fit this four-wheeler. Alright, we're definitely full now. If I could have got that Kubota up there, we definitely could have threw one more thing on here, but you're definitely going to want the tension belts on for this load, especially because that golf cart's hanging over the edge there. Let's take these across the street, come back and get the rest. We should be able to make the rest of that fit. Not what we wanted to do at all. I don't even know what this thing is. It's either a... I think it's a rock climber. It's either a rock climber or some kind of dune buggy. Regardless, it's kind of cool. Let's make sure we don't fall off the edge here and get this thing stuck. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to buy one of these golf carts from them sometime in the future. Even though I got my side-by-side, sometimes just a golf cart would be nice. Welcome to the second viewer. Hope you enjoy. Uh-oh. We got it stuck, so this is what we're gonna do. Not that truck. No. There we go. Again, a flashing light warning. That green light will always flash. Basically, we just gotta get that skid steer off that part of the trailer. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Alright, let's put our loader back and turn off the ignition and go get the rest of the stuff. Okay, last time we tried to go out that way, took us a minute to get around that gas pump, so we're just gonna maybe go out this way. We're gonna have him move everything to a temporary location, so he can cut down them trees if he wants to get his equipment. Or move it into that field. It'd probably make more sense to move it into that field. And depending on how well it all works out, we might have to come back and get more. We'll have to see. This only goes 3 miles an hour backwards, so I don't know if this is going to go exactly where we want it to, but yeah, no. Ask me what kind of load this is, call me crazy all you want, everybody, but we gotta get to the... We gotta start the demo process of everything, so... It's kind of a chop chop, let's do this kind of deal. Okay, that's a little interesting. Not gonna lie, but we managed to fit everything, so... Ignore the fact we have a John Deere Gator hanging off the side of the trailer. And just to avoid hitting that off, one, it would be a good idea to throw some of those on. And two, would be a good idea stopping that there. We got a John Deere Gator hanging off the trailer. DOT would not like that very much, but you know what? We're just going across the street, so... Not that big of a deal. Get this off, and then we can get that Gator off. We might have to drive it off the side there. The last two pieces of equipment, we don't have to take off the semi. We can just leave those on there. Whoops. We drove it off the other side there a little bit, trying to... take it off the trailer. When people ask what the craziest thing you ever seen is, you can say, I watched this guy load a John Deere Gator on a trailer and have it hanging off the side of the trailer. Again, hashtag y'all didn't see that, like my favorite YouTuber says. We're not trying to make this guy have to call the insurance company. Alright, 2 pieces of equipment left, and I know they'll both fit on here, so we don't have to ask ourselves that question. Or do dumb stuff to get stuff to fit. No way this thing goes 177 miles an hour. Well, shucks, guys. Gotta take the truck off and load it again. Oh yeah, the farther we can get that up there, the better. Okay, folks, this is the last piece of equipment, and then it's time to start tearing down the fence. Alright, so first, just so we don't have to walk, we're going to hop in this truck and go over the steps to tearing everything down. So first, we're going to start with the fence up front here in these two mailboxes. We're going to go down all the way to the end of that red building there that's standing. These signs will come down with it for now. We'll obviously take out the trees that are lining the fence to make it easier. Then after the fence comes down, this scale will come down. We'll use the excavator to take down the building, jackhammer up the actual scale, and we have a skid steer with the grapple on it, which we'll show you, to take all the cement and pile it. And using that same excavator, we'll destroy this, all that charging stuff and the lights and stuff over there, that compressor and gas pump, and we'll also use that Komatsu to destroy this building and this building right here. That will be the first steps to demolition. Then we're going to come over here, and using this piece of machinery, which is technically forestry equipment, we're going to demolish this main building here. Bring that to the ground. That will be step 2 of the process. Then the next step will be bringing down this building right here with this excavator and the signs and everything around it, and then using the JCB, we'll also tear down that building right there, that building, and we'll use that forestry equipment to tear down that building right there. And then using all 3 excavators, we'll tear down all these buildings and everything surrounding them. So without further ado, let's show you that skid steer we're going to use to demolish both scales and get to work. Alright, so this is the skid steer with the grapple attachment. We're going to break up that concrete with, and let's get started with step number 1. So first, it's going to require taking down this tree. Obviously, you see that this mulcher here is gonna turn the ground into what you see there. Alright, I think to assist, gotta be careful with this mulcher. We don't want to mulch any limb of our body. We just gotta make sure we clean this up a little bit. That way the mulcher can do its job. There we go. That tree's down. Go, folks. Flashing light warning again. Alrighty. Now we are tearing down the fence. we're gonna do what we are doing right now to demolish the rest of this fence here. What's up, Jackson? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Now that we did that, let's actually use the demolish tool now. Not feeling well, Jackson, or is that just the emoji you typed there? I'm not gonna lie, it probably would be easier if I used the front end loader to tear that down, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Turn off our little light there. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're gonna leave that there for now because we're gonna take this front end loader and not that. We're gonna take this and demolish that fence, and just so you know, flashing light warning, so here we go. And just like that, the first two would be knocked out. Okay. Also, welcome to the stream if you're just now tuning in. Obviously doing what the title says here. If you've already been here, we have started demolishing the fence, and we already got that little one on the inside demolished. And I think what we'll do is we'll use this front end loader here to demolish the entire fence around the whole premises, just so the job goes a little faster. Alrighty, there we go. That side is down. There we go, that side is down. Flashing light warning again. And alright, leading up to that point, we got that demolished, so we're gonna get out of this car's way. Okay. We got rid of that sign a little early because we were going to drive right through and destroy it, but that's alright. And they already got the steel cut on the signs, so so we're just gonna shove them over. Okay. Just so we don't have to drive down the road that far, we're just gonna say that we tore the whole fence down. There will be some parts where we will do that, just because it's quicker and easier. And obviously we don't want this fence blocking the signs, so when we put up the new fence for them, it's going to be in a little farther. And I don't want to have to drive all the way, down here, obviously. So we're going to say all of this was demolished. Now in real life, obviously, looks like this would require, you'd have to jackhammer the cement just to get the poles to come down. You could drive right through the fence part, but you'd have to get a jackhammer and cut the bottoms of it and then dig out the bottom parts of the fence. But we don't have a jackhammer in the game, so we already have to pretend to do that, so we don't really want to do that with the fence. That's more of a job to do with the next part. As you can see, he owns a lot of property. Look at all these gas pumps. They're going to have to come down because they're in the demolition zone. But I know they are for the tractor pull place, but he'll get some new gas pumps. Oh, I can't demolish that. Could you imagine trying to demolish the fence back here in this tight little space? With an excavator or something? With all these trees out here and stuff? No way on earth were we gonna do that. A lot of the fence is already demolished. Thanks to this road project. The entire fence on this side was demolished. We tried to put it back to demolish it again, and that might seem kind of strange. Why would you put something up if you're just going to tear it down anyway? Well, it was there before we began the road, so might as well put it back and demolish it with everything else. Alright, that is that for the fence. So what's gonna happen is tomorrow, we will, as in like real tomorrow, not game tomorrow, we will start tearing down the main buildings. And that will be taking place in a couple hours, so stay tuned for that. Until then, so long. Thanks for watching, everybody. Got a lot of demolition to do.